we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Carolina's offense ready for its first possession, and at the helm, their new QB brought in via trade this offseason. His 5th year now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Baker Mayfield.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Oh, what a move. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Jackson now. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder, pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Right back to Hubbard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A slant route caught by Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 28 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have retaken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. On third down, Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Rolling to his left. He's into the secondary. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 39, Jackson being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 35 yards as they have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A give running right. It's Hubbard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Mayfield. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Fighting through the offense was Corey Littleton and making a nice play. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And it's caught. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good look. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mayfield on play action. He's going to look deep for more. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them,